Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Switching Lanes with Miss Parker. Miss Parker. I hope everybody's having a blessed Saturday as far. I hope y'all got y'all coffee and come to conversate with me. I got a couple of topics I want to discuss and touch back on some things that I have discussed. Good morning, Jamie, my sister. Good morning, Jug. Good morning. But we all know it's Black History Month, and I haven't talked about it or anything. So I want to play a little clip while everybody comes in, give people time to come in and get comfortable.
Hello and welcome to 60-Second Facts on Black History Month. Let's get started. Black History Month began as Negro History Week, which was created in 1926 by Carter G. Woodson. It didn't become a month-long celebration until 1976. Jack Johnson became the first African-American man to hold the World Heavyweight Champion boxing title in 1908. He held on to the belt until 1915, when Jess Willard took the title. John Mercer Langston was the first black man to become a lawyer in Ohio when he passed the bar in 1854. And George Washington Carver developed 300 derivative products from peanuts. Among them cheese, milk, coffee, flour, ink, dyes, plastic, wood stains, soap, linoleum, medicinal oils, and cosmetics. February was chosen as the month to observe Black history because it's the birth month of abolitionist and writer Frederick Douglass and President Abraham Lincoln. Because of the widespread interest in Black history during the Civil Rights Movement in the South, some schools incorporated Black history into the curriculum, with the hope of starting an intellectual movement that would advance social change. On the other hand, actor Morgan Freeman says a month dedicated to Black history is ridiculous. In a 2005 interview on 60 Minutes, Freeman said, and I quote, "You're going to relegate my history to a month? I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history." And last but not least, countries around the world, including Canada and the United Kingdom, also devote a month to celebrating Black history. That was it for this episode. If you like this video,
We most definitely got to tap in with our ancestors, and we most definitely have to talk about Black History Month. We only get 1 month, even though every month is Black History Month to me, because it's always room to learn my history every day. So shout out to that clip for Black History Month. I want to say this before we get started. What happened yesterday is yesterday. Let's focus on today. We have people that's praying for our well-being, and then we got to be in remembrance that it's someone praying for your downfall. It's someone praying for your shortcoming. And with that, if we put up a, if we plan to ignore and put up that plan to ignore um those kind of prayers, your downfall, God will put up a shield for you if you push your ignore button. So, and remember, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Always remember that. Always remember that. Hey, Nick, I see you coming in. Good morning, love. Good morning. Hey, Sadges, my brother. Good morning. Hey, Gene Hulk. Good morning. Good morning. I hope y'all got your coffee and ready to conversate. I got a couple of things I do want to talk about. And I'm not going to say too long because I got a show coming up tonight at 7 o'clock. So you guys make sure you pull up with me tonight at 7 o'clock. But as you know, it's been another plane crash. At first they were saying that they didn't know what happened to the plane. And then it's also a train that burnt up, caught fire in Chicago. So we have to talk about, prayers to Uncle Clyde. So y'all put some prayer hands up to Uncle Clyde, please. And in life, you don't have to know a person to send prayers up. You know what I'm saying? To have sympathy for someone. But let's get into it. Then there's a couple of clips I want to share. All 10 people that was on the plane are dead. I want to play this clip for you guys. We have to practice. We at this one we have to practice safety, not just for ourselves, but for everyone, because this is beginning to be common. Plane crash over here, plane crash over there, plane crash here, plane crash here, train on fire. And it's not okay. It's nothing common about plane crashes. Hey, Florida Queen, good morning. At 7 p.m., I'm gonna make time for it. That'd be a little late here. Okay. Sorry about that, Sag. Thank you guys so much. Have mercy on all of us. Yeah. Hey, sister, good morning. Good morning. I dropped some links in the chat. So y'all make sure y'all go subscribe, give y'all time to still come in and stuff while I play this clip of another fatal plane crash. In so short period of time, we have come to having to make it realistic that planes are just blown, just it's sad. But planes are crashing, taking numbers of lives. We had the C-19 crisis, taking numbers of lives when Trump first came into the office. And I'm not blaming Trump by far, but at the same time, I do got to acknowledge what I see. And since you got in the office, it's this plane crash, this plane crash, this plane crash, this plane crash. And it might not be our loved ones, but it's someone's loved ones that are losing their lives to these plane crashes. And nobody's talking about it, but I want to talk about it.
Our Tom Costello has late word in this desperate search for the missing aircraft. Tom?
Lester, it's breaking as we speak. The U.S. Coast Guard just announcing it has located the wreckage of this plane. It believes it's the same plane. It is said to be 34 miles southeast of Nome, Alaska. 3 people were inside. They were all deceased. No mention of the other 7 on board. In the vast expanse of the Bering Sea off Alaska, a round-the-clock search for a small commuter plane headed north.
Low altitude alert, Bering Air 445. Check your altitude immediately.
It was 3:18 p.m. Thursday when Bering Air Flight 445 suddenly went off radar roughly 12 miles offshore. No emergency locator transmissions from the plane. At noon today, the Coast Guard announced search teams have spotted something.
At this time, there has been some sort of item of interest that has been identified by another aircraft.
The Cessna Grand Caravan was flying to Nome, Alaska with 9 passengers and a single pilot. The Nome Fire Department posting that the pilot told controllers he intended to enter a holding pattern while waiting for the runway to be cleared. Time-lapse video shows the conditions: snow, ice, and...
But y'all notice that each time they're so close to the runway and they never make it. So close. And not only are they so close, it keeps being something. Now we got, it was snow and it was, so nobody's trained for these things. Exactly, Rose. Nobody's trained for these kind of conditions.
50-mile-per-hour winds.
There's zero visibility. Basically, you can't see anything from the air or the ground.
Aviation experts say the pilot could have become disoriented in bad weather or hit severe icing conditions.
This aircraft experienced some kind of event which caused them to experience a rapid loss in elevation and a rapid loss in speed.
Today, the FBI joined the search using technology to detect cell signals. Alaska Governor Dunleavy writing he and his wife are heartbroken by the disappearance of the Bering Air flight over Norton Sound. It comes after a string of aviation disasters. That American Eagle regional jet and an Army Black Hawk chopper collided in Washington, 67 dead. And a medevac jet crashed in northeast Philadelphia a week ago, 7 dead. The NTSB and FAA investigating all of the incidents. The Alaska State Police tell us that all of those on board this flight in Alaska were adults. Their next of kin have been notified. Lester?
We can't forget about the California plane crash. We can't forget about the Texas where the wing caught on fire. It was just 2. It was a Brazilian plane crash as well. It's great to be ongoing. If there's any other way to travel at this moment, if you can avoid, if you really can avoid traveling by plane, I suggested, hey, Colton, good morning. If there's any other way to travel from using a plane, let me get to this train clip. Oh, this is the one in Chicago.
Well, certainly some scary moments for the operations crews here at O'Hare Airport. We know a 64-year-old is in the hospital with some critical injuries after operating a tug which collided with an aircraft on the runway while passengers were on board. Now, we know those tugs are those aircraft towing vehicles that work all along the runway, and in this case, it was operated by United and one of its employees. Chicago police say the plane was taxiing after landing as the wing of the aircraft hit the tug while the driver attempted to cross the runway. Police say that's when the vehicle flipped over and pinned the 64-year-old man underneath. He was taken to Luther General Hospital with some head and lower body injuries. Police say the man has been stabilized, though. American Airlines confirms this was one of their aircraft, an Air Wisconsin flight that had just landed in Chicago from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Lines just sharing.
American Airlines, y'all. This is in Chicago. I so forgot about Chicago. How y'all feeling about this? Like, are we okay with this? Are we just looking at this as they're saying, like, oh, the aviation and the wind, and it was, maybe I shouldn't have told them to fly. Y'all knew the weather conditions before. It just didn't start like that. It didn't just get like that for the Alaska plane. It's called delays. Last time I checked, it's delays, right? When the weather's bad, it's delays. Then we got this in Chicago. Then we got the Philadelphia. Good morning, Pooh, sis. Good morning. Happy Saturday to you. Then we got the California, right there by the strip. Everybody's close to the strip. Everybody's close to the landing point. How do we get off track so quick? Y'all got to help me make it make sense that we're getting off of track that quick. When you go back and look at the videos of the landing strip and the crashes, how are we veering left and it's right here straight? How are we veering right and the land strip is right here? How are we even navigating with those kind of weather conditions since Trump has been in office? See, he wants to blame Biden. It's easy to say, you know, even though the blame game is the least thing should be worried about right now, that these people's loved ones that lost their lives should be the most. But it was 2 dead at that time. I just played that video, but all 10 passengers on the Alaska plane are deceased. The Washington flight, all members and passengers are deceased. The same way with the Philadelphia crash. Everybody's deceased. It's a 2-year-old boy. It's a 9-year-old boy fighting for his life. I want to discuss that. I want y'all to kind of hear what they had to say too on that one.
Answered questions here tonight in terms of fatalities and injuries. But earlier today, we spoke with the mother and father of a 10-year-old boy who is believed to be one of the very first patients who have arrived at Jefferson Torresdale Hospital last night.
My baby in there. That's hard. Say him like that. As a mother, what am I supposed to do? But he's good. You're pushing through.
10-year-old Andre Howard was in the car with his father and siblings when tragedy shook Northeast Philadelphia.
Here, what we thought was a car crash, but then you see a fury of fire in the air, and then a bunch of debris shooting everywhere.
Andre tells us he tried using nearby buildings to shield them from flying debris.
My son, who's also the same name as me, Andre Howard, tells his little sister, get down. And he grabs her. I hear the glass shatter. I turn around. There's a piece of metal sticking out of my son's head from the plane.
A Good Samaritan took the shirt off his back to help apply pressure to Andre's head. Then a Philadelphia police officer rushed them to Jefferson Torresdale Hospital, where the boy underwent emergency surgery.
They pretty much told us my son wasn't supposed to make it. Jefferson also told us that they didn't do children trauma surgeries, but they did for us, which was nothing but God.
Authorities say at least 7 people are dead and 19 others are injured, including Andre. Doctors initially told him that his son would never walk again, but after being transported to CHOP, Andre has made miracle strides overnight.
To face death yesterday and speaking today, stepping up for his little sister like I trained him and his other brothers to do, off of instinct, he's my hero.
He's strong. He's a jokester, but he's strong.
Oh, he's a superhero.
He's a superhero.
10-year-old injured, piece of metal sticking out of his head from the plane in Philadelphia. All lives that was on that plane, including a 12-year-old girl, her mother, and her father, on her way to get her life saved. Finally, got enough funding to get her life saved, and it's gone. That's why I say you're here today, you're gone today. And we have to really step up and see what's happening with these planes. I talked to my children. I said, no traveling by planes this year. None. Not even next year, because it's beginning to be so common. And we're getting the same distorted answers. Nobody's answering questions for us. Hey, Big Mississippi Stepper, good morning. Happy Saturday to you. Thank you for coming through. What's happening with our airspace? What's happening with these planes? Why are they catching fire all of a sudden? Why are they crashing? Killing numerous people. At this point, it's not even a conspiracy theory. It's not a It's just so coincidental that since he's got in this office and he wants to blame Biden, no, you're here now. And the only thing you keep doing is going to podiums and pointing the finger instead of coming up with a solution for these families, giving these family answers, real answers. Things that just make you go, Things that just turn your stomach. In other news, also Trump is blaming the DEI. And, it affects our jobs. It affects it affects us. As much as we don't want to talk about it, we don't want to get deep, and I'm not going to get deep, but these are conversations that need to be had because DEI plays a big role in diversity and so much other stuff. And we can't let that slip by like it means nothing. It means a lot in our communities. It means a lot for our children that's going to start working. It means a lot for when we want to switch jobs, that they might potentially go by the race of our skin. They might go by the gender that we prefer to be at that moment. And another thing I want to discuss before, since we got onto the DEI thing, in life, we don't want to be judged, right? As human beings. People's feelings get hurt by being judged. If you're an addict, if you're a bad mother, if, your hair is a different texture, if your skin color's a different texture. And, do I say publicize it, make cartoons in the LGBT community? No, because it's almost like, to me, that's being kind of like, you're making it okay. Like, we're introducing this to the children now. When if it's going to be organic to me. But to just judge, and hey, the Bryson family, good morning. I'm very sick, not feeling well. Praying for you to get better, okay? The Bryson family, I hope you get better soon, okay? But I don't want to judge the LGBT community. People are who they are, the same way I am who I am. I didn't ask to be born into the world black, but I am. I didn't ask to be born into this world poor, but I was. I didn't ask to be brought into this world being judged by the color of my skin, but I am. Even by our own. We still have the light skin and dark skin thing in this world today. And this is not the white people. This is our own people. Feeling like they're better by the tone of their skin, by the grade of their hair. So I refuse to jump on the bandwagon of judging people for who they choose to be with. That's for them to be judged on, not me to judge them. So I don't want to. And with that being said, I want to play a clip of what Mama D said because, deportation has come into play too. And, we paint these pictures as content creators and people that get to do news and journalists and stuff. And deportation is real. And it does need to be something in effect because it's not fair to me to work hard and somebody else to work so easy. And people always say, don't go by what your ancestors, but we have to. Because, the civil rights movements was made, but I always tell y'all, we still enslaved. We are still in slavery. And rights are being now where it can be that again. Because Mama D made a perfect point. And salute to her. Because I like what she said. Because a lot of people that don't own businesses, we judge. Oh, yeah, send them back. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, they get to come over and live for free. True. They get to come over here with so many resources that we don't get to indulge in and things like that. But at the same time, who's going to do the work? One thing about the Mexican people, they really work. They don't play around. They don't horse around. They work. You see them really in construction. You see them really landscaping. Where black people, we can't lie and say that black people like, shit, it's too hot to mow that grass. You don't see too many black construction workers. You just don't. You don't see too many black people building homes when you're going through communities. So I want to play something that Mama D had to say. And make sure y'all hit that like button. Tracy, good morning. I see each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming through. I appreciate it. Okay, just hit that like button for me. And I hope everybody has a blessed day. Praying for those that don't feel good and have anything going on. Praying for y'all. And remember, no weapon formed against us shall prosper, okay? I want y'all to leave with that today.
Since Trump is snatching all the Mexicans up, and different states supply us with different produce, meats, et cetera, et cetera. Now, y'all know who been picking for them produce? It's been the Mexicans. Y'all know who been cutting your grasses? Been a few blacks, but majority Mexicans. Y'all know who been building your houses? The Mexicans. Building the corporate buildings, what have you? The Mexicans. So you think they finna come to work, huh? And go and say, hey, Mama D. Hey, sweetie. Go in the field, y'all, and pick produce. Cut your grass. Build your houses if they are scared of mass deportation. Hell no, they ain't going to work. If I know all majority of Mexicans live on Buford Highway, the feds know it too. Okay? They know their apartments, everything. But they're not going to congregate and be working in the fields picking nothing if they're going to swarm in on them and take them away. So I'm telling you, they're trying to make an excuse to go up on all our foods that they have to be hand-picked, right? The houses, new subdivisions, that's going to come down to a all-time low because they ain't going to be up there building them. The buildings, the landscaping, like my husband Ernest, he owns his own landscape. I told Ernest, okay, come April, you better start snatching up some of them contracts because there's going to be a lot of empty spaces because people ain't going to want to get caught. Ain't nobody want to get caught slipping. They're not. And what's going on, I don't like what I'm seeing. I think we should start marching now. We should make a stand now. Don't wait and allow Trump to do so freaking much until we finally get enough and stand up.
What we marching at?
We're gonna have to get somewhere. We're gonna all have to come together, honey. We're not taking no shit. We're not taking no shit from nobody that ain't come through. I'm not taking no shit. You get your guns and all.
You got your guns?
I got one. I'm finna go buy 3 more. The craziness really kick off, and ain't no food in none of the grocery stores, no nowhere. People gonna be jumping fences. If you got a grill in the back, they gonna steal that. They gonna try to get things. Yeah, they gonna take your grill. Cause maybe they might have a little food, or they went and shot some animals, and they need to cook their food. They're gonna be hustling for everything they can get their hands on.
So they gonna be stealing
Yeah.
from each other. We gotta come together. We can't be taking from each other.
Erica, you got people stealing from people now, and they got
You
a house
right.
to go
You
to.
right about that.
They got food in their refrigerator, and they still feeding. So
imagine
there's no groceries and no grocery stores, no water supply. What do you think of?
What y'all think? For the 6 people that's watching, what do y'all think? Do y'all think Mama D had a good point? Who's gonna build the houses? Who's gonna go out there in those fields and pick that produce? So yeah, a lot of stuff I didn't think about when I was, because we saw like, yeah, this, that, and the other. Yeah, they do come over here, they get free taxes. Yeah, they do this and that and the other. But we don't think about the small businesses that utilize those people. And it's up to them how they pay them and things like that. Yes. But it's a lot to think about. And I like when Mama D pointed out, the food shortages. MU went to find eggs, misunderstood when they found some eggs, and they was $4.99. And she was like, "Look, I found some eggs, $4.99, but look," and she showed the whole freezer was empty. I hope y'all remember. I'm gonna always say this for those that live by the rules of Christianity. The Book of Revelation says that food shortages. All these orders have been signed that's going to affect us, whether we believe it or not. And this is going to be for the next 4 years. And if it's already happening now, where he's came in and put these because these are more like punishments to the middle class and lower class, whether you're okay, you have a little money put up. If you're not rich, it's going to affect you, whether you believe it or not. That's why I like hearing from the lower class people. Y'all notice they always say the upper class and middle class, but it is still in the category. It's 3 classes, and in the lower class, they always skip us out because they don't care. And the lower class people, you got to consider, if you got to go work 2-3 jobs, you never have enough you time. You have to work to maintain your bills, to keep your head above water. She said, yes, you're right. And they also be selling corn and tamales. They really work rain and in the cold. She said, yes, they have a good time. And with that being said, we're talking about the DEI and stuff like that. And with Trump coming in and doing what he has to do, I want to play real quick before I play, because the Grammys was the other night. Salute to those that won those Grammys. Kendrick Lamar, I was so happy for him. So I want to play some clips about, the people in the music industry and how they felt, such as Alicia Keys. Her and Swiss is big activists in their communities. They are really big activists. But before I get to that, I want to play a clip of how one Republican feels that's going to affect us, how the wording is now, and how freedom of speech, how freely they're ready to say things.
I mean, how many people got their start in fast food restaurants when they were kids versus just giving a blanket rule that gives all kids lunches in high school who are capable of going out and actually getting a job and doing something that makes them have value, thinking about their future instead of thinking about how they're going to sponge out the government when they don't need to. We don't get...
Real quick, this man is saying we don't need to give them free lunch. Let them work for the lunch. They're sponging out. He's talking about our kids in school. They're sponging off the government. But listen.
I mean, how many people got their start in fast food restaurants when they were kids versus just giving a blanket rule that gets all kids lunches in high school who are capable of going out and actually getting a job and doing something that makes them have value, thinking about their future instead of thinking about how they're going to sponge out the government when they don't need to. We don't give people value. We don't give them the ability to dig themselves out when we penalize them for actually working and actually keep them on welfare. That's what's been the inner city problem for a very long time. We need to have a top-down review so we can get people out of poverty because you know what? America's very good at creating jobs and giving people worth. And we've been very traditionally good at that, but we're losing our way. And that's when we give people incentives to stay at home and not work. That doesn't work for America.
But a lot of these kids aren't even of like working age. They're young kids, and as you well know, and also some of the kids at Head Start, they're like 5 and under.
I mean,
the lady said, but some of these kids aren't even age appropriate to go work. He was like, I get that, but this is what they're talking about. This is what some Republicans are speaking on. They're saying, he said that no kids should get free lunch. They should go work for it. They should go work for it. They're sponging off the government. Exactly, Nika. The audacity. And you heard that woman. The woman was like, wait, what? Some of the kids aren't even old enough to get... yeah, I get that, but what? All right, I mean, this is what we are down to. It's not even overlooking this type of stuff because we have school-age kids. We have grandkids that's in school for most. I do. Some of us have kids in school. So they're saying stop the lunch that all parents should pay for lunch. No more leeching off the government. He said they're sponging off the government by feeding these kids free lunch at school. So they're trying not to feed our babies what the kids do to them. I mean, I'm going to play it one more time so y'all can hear it. And then he gets to the welfare. But the title says,
I mean, how many
Representative Rich McCormick suggests that kids who get free lunch at school should work and not sponge off the government.
Capable of going out and actually getting a job and doing something that makes them have value, thinking about their future instead of thinking about how they're going to sponge off the government when they don't need to.
What? He said especially the kids in high school need to work. The kids in high school don't need to get lunch at all. They need to work. They need to go out and work. So they're suggesting that the kids don't eat at school, that they should work. This is what we've come to. This is what we have succumbed to with our school systems. Not only is the education already bad, if we can remember with the Nazaria Harris story that I've been covering, if you go back, the one of the twins, Marquita's boyfriend said, yeah, he didn't go to school half the year, but the principal had a heart and she passed him. That's not having a heart. That's failing him. That's failing that child. How many have got through up there in Detroit based off of the principal having a good heart? I don't need you to have a good heart when it comes to my kids' education. I need them to be educated because that's what you get paid to do, to teach. Not have a good heart. If your kids go to daycare, one thing about daycare that I took pride in was a lesson plan. I had passion in what I did for those children. I wanted to be an influencer in those kids' lives by teaching. And those kids' parents love me. Not only just the kids, but their parents love me. One thing about Miss Tasha, she be working with the kids. Because I didn't want my kids running around all day watching TV. They can do it at home, which I'm getting paid for. I can keep my kids at home and let them do that all day, watching themselves most of the time. So I would get a lesson plan pack, the letter of the week, the color of the week, the shape of the week. And I would have a book to go with it. And that book was influential so the kids could read and learn their words. if you go back in history with our ancestors, we wasn't supposed to learn how to read. And that's what we're getting back into. It's just a job, and it shouldn't be just a job. And now we're getting to where they don't even want to provide lunch. They're pushing to where the kids should work for their lunch. He's talking about warfare and shit. That ain't got nothing to do with the school lunches. Oh, if they're sitting at home getting warfare, the kids get free lunch, and that shouldn't happen. Get some resources and education put into place before y'all just snatch these things. Okay, this is the plan. You know, we're trying to get these ladies, these families off this assistance and get them back into society. And let's come up with some improvising and some good plans, some good strategizing. But no, we're not getting that. We're getting automatically, let's wipe it off. Let's take it off the map. And this just isn't okay. Just to even wake up. And that's the first thing you're ready to talk about is the kids need to work for their lunch. Yeah, they're crazy, Nika. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is insane. This is insane. I want to hear what Alicia Keys had to say because, you know, talking about the DEI and stuff like that, she was very passionate at the Grammys because they're being affected. We are being told now that from the president that he's not ready to just change things with the LGBT. He's ready to change things amongst us. It's almost saying, instead of coming straight out saying, you can be racist, it's okay, you can say what you want like he did the last term. Let's put it into effect. If they're gay, they can't work. If you're black and you just don't fit, that they don't want any black people, because remember, back then, before he came back into the office, they had to have a certain amount of blacks, and a lot of people might not know that, but they had to have a certain minorities to work for a company. And I remember my boss that I used to clean houses for told me that when they go deliver a contract, when we clean houses and stuff, and they go put their bid in, they had to have a bid from a certain amount of black people, Mexican minorities, and white people before they could even do the contract. And I didn't know that. Now, it's, if you don't want to hire a black company, you don't have to. So for the small black business owners, just based off the color of our skin, you might not be accepted. So we have to look into that. We really have to look into these laws that he's trying to push and that he has signed off on and stuff. But this is what Alicia Keys had to say at the Grammys the other night when she won.
This is not the time to shut down the diversity of voices. We see on this stage talented, hardworking people from different backgrounds with different points of view, and it changes the game. DEI is not a threat, it's a gift. And the more voices, the more powerful the sound. When destructive forces try to burn us down, we rise from the ashes like a phoenix. And as you see tonight, music is the unstoppable language that connects us all. It's so beautiful. So let's keep showing up with compassion, with empathy, what I call soul care. Keep opening the doors, the dreams that the world is ought to be, a dream that the world as it ought to be, as the great Toni Morrison said.
How y'all feel about that? Because, you know, she's an activist. I love her using her voice on that platform to tell them, like, you know, keep opening doors, regardless what they say, because they're showing you, you know, a side of them that we don't have in us. We have compassion for people. We have love for others. Don't stop loving and having compassion. And that's crazy. What is the world without compassion? We already see that when they walk into the grocery stores and unalive hundreds. We see that when they walk into school and take the lives of our children. We see that as these planes are crashing. We see that as the C-19 came in here and took the lives of our family members, our loved ones, and millions around the world. Where are we going to be without compassion? And basically, that's what they're saying. Have no compassion. Go out here and be destructive. Don't hire them if they're black. Don't hire them if they're gay. Don't hire them if they're Mexicans. What? Ms. Parker, I knew when he and his wife repeated MLK's speech and his wife took Michelle Obama's speech and he's trying to cancel celebrating MLK. Good morning. Go ahead. Get mad. Good morning. Happy Saturday to you. Yeah. It sounds good when somebody's trying to throw up the 14th Amendment. It sounds good. See, we've always been a people to be swayed. We've always been a people to be brainwashed. If y'all ever listen to the word, go look up the definition of what nigger means. It's stupid. That was their definition for us. I have to watch saying it. I have to watch saying it myself and using that word. I need God to remove that out of my vocabulary. That word was put on us years and years ago that we are niggers. We are stupid people. And that's why they pushing these agendas. It's not just against the LGBT. I've been saying, wake up. These conversations got to be had whether we like it or not. Whether we agree to disagree. And we're so harsh with our disagreements. As Black people, we are so harsh when it comes to these kind of conversations. Nobody's saying take the Republican out of your heart. We're talking about being realistic to what's happening. And I know when they say Black people need to come together, and what people say, what everybody always say when they say, it's not going to happen. It's not. Because the same one that's arguing with me about the shit I'm seeing, you might need a wrench. You might need a tool out of my toolbox. You might need a tool out of my toolbox when we do have to come together. When we do have to put something on the table and come up with a plan. It was always the house nigga that thought they was better than the field Negro, right? They always felt they was a little bit smarter than the field Negro. It was always the light skins feeling like they was better than the dark complected Negro. But at the end of the day, it was a field Negro that took us underground to free us from shackles on our feet, from nooses around our neck, from the white man keep impregnating us, taking our youth. We don't really want to get into history, correct? It's always the Negro's fault, correct? It's always, oh, y'all just don't like him. No, it's not that. I don't like their ways. I don't like the agenda they're pushing. It's so funny that we're talking about this. I got another clip. It's funny to me how, we're so focused on the deportation and who wants to be along for the ride. Go ahead, get mad, so let's talk about it. Yeah, seriously. Because see, Shank Rock be touching on this, right? He does the political stuff. I really don't. I just, this is just what I do in the morning. I said I'm going to switch my surdies up and get into some world conversations and news that's happening around us and stuff like that. And the Grammys was a big part of the week, but it was the speeches that came into the Grammys that made me want to say, hey, LaShania's sister, hey, getting dressed and listening. Good morning, my love. Happy Saturday. Miss Parker, we just as smart as them. We got different degrees. Yes, absolutely. But it was funny to me as we, I'm going through the news and, about the planes and stuff, and I want to get to the bottom of that. Those are conversations. I don't want to hear what Biden done when he was there. You're here now. How are we going to correct these problems? It doesn't come with, hey, correcting a problem. Guys, remember, hey, sister, happy Saturday, good morning. That's my sister Deborah, y'all. That's Shank Rock sister. Salute. But it comes with problems and solutions. When it's a problem, it comes with solutions. It doesn't come to being angry and mad and singling people out, as bad people. Not all are good, but but at the same time, it's how he's going about doing it is what I don't like. And when I see some of my sisters, my Black sisters in the chat, and they're going so hard, even texting me like, oh, you're funny. No, I'm not. You are. And I say that because that's your opinion. I don't hate you because you have an opinion. I have mine based on, I have 5 kids and 3 grandkids out here. So I have to not just focus on my future, but I have to talk to my kids about their plan based off the president that's in here and pushing out hate, causing food prices to go high. Nothing in his plan has showed me low prices. It's low prices for the rich. Again, middle-class people, you're not exempt. You don't qualify for what he's talking about. It sounds good. It sounds good. But who goes along for the ride of deportation? And it's, just stick to daytime talk shows, Dr. Phil.
What's your name?
Yes.
Where you from?
Where I was born or where I'm from?
Where you born?
Thailand.
You been deported before from the United States?
No.
Never been deported?
I've been in a city before.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What have you been charged with?
Charged with?
Before?
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not trusted by lawyer.
Yeah. Are you a citizen?
My mom's a citizen.
Your mother's a citizen?
Yes.
But you're not?
Nope.
But you've never been deported before?
You Dr. Phil. Really, Dr. Phil.
Yeah? How do you know me?
No, I seen Dr. Phil on TV.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is an example of sanctuary cities, right? We got an illegal alien convicted of sex crimes involving children. He's walking the streets of Chicago. Again, the downfall, the problem with the sanctuary city, that people like us walking the street rather than the law enforcement working with federal agents. This is what we're dealing with. Yeah. You've been charged with sex crimes with children?
Not really.
Not really? And never been deported?
Nope.
Huh. Let's take him in the process and lock him up.
Got it, sir. All right.
Dr. Phil is accompanying deportation in the ICE raids. And he says, what is he being deported for? He's walking the streets of Chicago. He's been involved in sex trafficking and and this and that with kids in our communities. First of all, if he had those kind of charges back then, why not deport then? Due to those heinous crimes that he has committed. But he was able to walk amongst the kids for how long? Those kind of things should be for deportation. With people that's hardworking, figure it out, come up with a better plan. And go ahead, get Mads right. He said they're having too much fun. They are, at the expense of people losing their loved ones and just ripping and shredding apart families. And I'm not saying again that them being able to come over here and reap resources that were not, no, make it fair to everyone. That's coming up with a plan. We're being racist at this point with a lot of this. our judgments are being very harsh with this, because remember, it was us too. You know, it's just a different race now that's being enslaved. We're all human beings. All human beings. Hey, Blended Healing. Happy Saturday to you, Grand Rising, my sister. That's all I'm saying. That I just see the judgment. I like I said, I told God, take hate out of my heart. Those the Mexican people haven't done anything bad to me to be so judgmental, to be so harsh about, you know what I'm saying? Get them out of here. It's Black History Month. Go look at some videos. How they talk to us. All our ancestors hanging from trees. For nothing. For nothing. How we walked for miles and miles with chains on our ankles. Chains on our hands. No water, no food. Being sold off to the highest bidder, our women getting raped on a daily. So I say, let's stop being judgmental, because it's not for me to decide their fate. It's God's. But so many people are playing God. Hey, 504 girl, Grand Rising. Happy Saturday to you, love. Yeah, Blended Healing. Yeah. So see, they're no better than my ancestor slave owners. See, that's why it's Black History Month every day in here. Because I learned something new. I learned different kinds of pain that we endured. And then I look at the Mexican people. And I see it. I see what they're doing, the walking miles. Well, why can't they countries? They're just not. We don't know why. We don't know why their countries aren't good. We don't. They think this American dream is just a better living over here. Cleaner water, cleaner air. What's wrong with people wanting better for their kids than what they endured? What's wrong with that? We're over here. We're not even getting the proper education that we need for our kind. Our communities are dying by dozens. Our communities. You go through the Black communities, the liquor stores on every corner, the abandoned homes that nobody's fixing, renovating. But in the white communities, they're fixing them up. They empathize with their white kids at the schools. Let's just be honest. When our kids don't go properly dressed according to them and how they think our kids should look, instead of asking, is there anything we can help you with? Because that's what the school's there for. That's why they got a resource center. They're calling CPS. Because our kids' hair is wool. It don't got that texture to be maintained all the time in a nice hairdo. We work, but we can't afford the amenities that they can afford. And come on, what are we talking about? Go do your history and come into today's time and to this president that y'all so love and are being so judgmental with. Okay, so the LGBT community not wanting to go in the same restroom, I understand that. Play sports with, men and women play sports together, I understand that. But it's the other judgment that's coming with it. Go back and do your history again. and it'll make sense to today. Yes, time changes, but some things don't in history. How I can go in Dillard's with a pocket full of money and be followed around the store. How I looked up a Chipotle worker telling the black kids when they said, can they go ahead and pay for their food? And she said, well, y'all usually come in here and y'all don't have money. And she got, and the company fired her, but then turned around and apologized to her. Oh, when you go in a restaurant and they always offer us hot sauce. Or ask us, do we want sweet tea? I don't even like hot sauce. Or is watermelon our favorite fruits? Yes, you're right, Miss Parker. On my late mom's side of the family, I have a lot of mixed family. Most of them are Mexican in different cultures, and I love our blended family members. Me too. Miss Parker, you remember when his own kind trying to take him out? Yeah. They're trying to make your kids work to get lunch. Your kids, my grandkids, who's only in elementary. The Republicans said my grandkids are sponging off the government, and that needs to change. Hey, Big Slick. It was mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. One thing I can say, Biden's dizzy ass was following up some steps, but it's always your deliverance for me. It's always a deliverance for me. It's never been how beautiful Michelle Obama looked or nothing. It's what could they do for the communities. These people that's with these planes, I want to play the train accident. Let me play that train up in Chicago. So we're with planes, trains, and automobiles. And I say automobiles because it's going to be next. Elon Musk is a monster. He's at the inauguration. His head's all over the place. His eyes is all over the place. I don't know if he's shape-shifting with his alien-looking ass or what. And we're listening to, and he's overweight. He ain't even into what they're talking about. His eyes and his heads, and he's all over the place. I'm scared. I'm like, what's going on with him? As y'all would me if it was me. Standing back there, my eyes and heads rolling all over the place, and yeah, looking demonic. Y'all would say something about me too if the camera caught me, okay? But real quick, I do want to touch on this. So we have the mayor in Georgia. I think this is in Georgia. I want to make sure. And it's so funny. LOL, he don't look real. Sister. But I said I ain't here to judge. But when the cameras is rolling and it hits you at an angle, and I'm sitting here and America's watching, and your head's rolling and your eyes is rolling, and you just all over the place. I got to question it and say, what is happening? What's going on back there? And he's overweight. But let's get to this really quick, because I just want to do some news clips, you guys. I want to go too much and too deep in. People get mad when black people are getting mad when you talk about Trump and you don't go with their agenda. Quit painting Picassos, your own Picassos, and think that I'm supposed to buy your picture. And that's all for anything. Quit painting Picassos and think that I have to buy your picture. I don't have to buy your picture. I don't have to see the vision you painted with your picture. That's your picture. That's your picture, your vision. Okay. I don't have to go along with it. A lot, y'all ain't seeing that. Just with people in general. We all paint our own picture. We got our own paint sticks and paint brushes, but this is the picture I painted, and this is what we're going with today. No, bitch, I want to go with my picture. I see my own vision. I got my own picture right here, and I want to see my own vision. Now you got to go with my vision. No, I don't. No, I don't. Talk about something with your opinion. Don't try to put it on me. And then get mad because I don't see it your way. Because I'm not mad because you see it that way. I'm not mad because you think your picture's worth $1 million. Hey, Shank Rock Salute. Happy Saturday to you. Your picture might be worth $1 million to you, but it's worth a dime to me. And it's okay. That's my opinion. You can like something. I can say I don't like it. That's okay. It doesn't mean I hate you or dislike you. But we are getting to the point now where if somebody states an opinion or anything about what they're saying, if you don't go with it, you don't hear from them anymore. They barely speak. They just don't like you. Like, damn, off of this? But see, I want people to show me their true colors this year. See, that means that you're a person I can't even be in your garden and plant meaningful seeds. You like weeds in your garden. I don't want weeds in my garden. I don't want weeds around my porch. That's one thing we'll do. Black people might not landscape everything, but we'll go out there and pull up in weeds and shit. Right? Let's get to one. This one was just crazy to me. It said Georgia councilman tells South Fulton Mayor Khalid to stop playing victim after charging a trip to Africa on the city's credit card. We're not turning you down. You took your black behind over to Africa for 20 days and didn't tell anybody. This was super hilarious to me as I got this clip.
As South Fulton council members question the mayor for spending $26,000 on his city-issued credit card, including a trip to Africa. Here it is.
I am so distressed and disappointed that the blackest city in the United States of America is heading into Black History Month with its all-black council tearing each other down.
We're not tearing you down. You took your black behind over to Africa for 20 days and didn't tell anybody.
Well, they say the mayor has yet to justify the expenses that are now being audited. We've reached out to the mayor for his side of the story, but he hasn't responded yet. Be sure to...
Was they wrong for that in Fulton County? Y'all tell me in the chat. Was they wrong for saying, how you take 26? This is why the funding. Now, this is where I get with Trump saying that I do agree with him with making sure funding goes in the right places, not taking the funding, but if it's not used properly, then we remove those funds. I think that's the suggestion for that. We take the funds. Yeah. Go and get, like, you take $26,000 that could have went into the community. You're the mayor of Fulton County. You take $26,000 of funding, not your hard-earned money, but you go into the funding money. This is the problem we're having. Black America, we got to do better. We just do. And then he says, I can't believe it's Black History Month. And uses Black History Month to... He uses Black History Month. I want to play it one more time. Listen to him.
A heated exchange as South Fulton council members question the mayor for spending $26,000 on his city-issued credit card, including a trip to Africa. Here it is.
I am so distressed and disappointed that the blackest city in the United States of America is heading into Black History Month with its all-black council tearing each other down.
We're not tearing you down. You took your black behind over to Africa for 20 days and didn't tell anybody.
Well, they say...
And then, I mean, you ain't even tell us you was gone. Nobody in the office knows you gone. We got stuff to handle in our communities. And you done took $26,000 of funding and went to Africa with no heads up, no nothing. 26,000 is a lot. And he said, I can't believe in one of the blackest cities in America, we're going into Black History Month and my council is turned all the black people down. Negro. That's stupid. Are you stupid? 26,000 is a lot. It can do a lot within the community. And yet hey, Stack Max, salute. Good morning, happy Saturday. And I did drop some links in here. I dropped Blended Healing's link. I dropped Will Illy's link, Shank Rock's link. I dropped a lot of links in here. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Stack Max. I will drop your link later on tonight. For those I didn't, because that's what I'm going to start doing for my morning lives, dropping links. So y'all make sure y'all go back through this video and subscribe and support. You know what I'm saying? Please subscribe and support. That's what they want us to do as Black people. Stop supporting each other. And we got to start somewhere. This is when you come together in small spaces. Support. So just subscribe. Nobody's saying go and join in on the F shit for some of the channels or none of that. Just subscribe. That's how we get paid, and that's how we try to get monetized, by building up subscribers. It's hard. And that's why I say my garden is meaningful seeds. Y'all want people around y'all in life that's going to plant meaningful seeds, and that means watching your channel grow, helping your channel grow. You don't have to be in my chat to help me grow. Just subscribing, hitting the like button, and move along. That's a meaningful seed for all channels, for all content creators out there, not just me. And we can't do it without y'all. But if you come to playing weeds and stuff like that, it's a channel for you. If you down with fuck shit and your life is just miserable, and you just wake up because your household's miserable, you ain't got shit going on, you don't know how to go about your day, get your cup of coffee, go to the bookstore, go shopping, go get your nails and toes done, go to the barbershop, get your haircut, you know what I'm saying? Find something productive to do. There's channels for you to plant weeds. But over here, I don't want weeds in my garden. I want people that want to see people do better. Not praying on nobody's downfall. Praying for your well-being. And we have a president in office now that's planting weeds. He wants us to plant weeds around our home instead of planting your own garden, getting your own produce, because that's what it's going to come down to. I see some people saying that, like, hey, get your own garden, plant your own garden, start, doing herbal medicines and stuff, More people talking about these planes, because I know a lot of us want to take trips. We want to go to the Bahamas. We want to go to Jamaica. We want to go to Puerto Rico. We want to go to Cali. We want to go to Vegas. It's easier to fly by plane. We want to go to Texas. We want to go to Florida. But it's unsafe. It's unsafe. That's me planting meaningful seeds to say, rethink a lot. Because I hate to wake up and look on the news and your name is one of those people on that plane. Prayers to all those families in D.C. that lost their loved ones. Prayers to those in Philadelphia, praying for that 10-year-old boy who's still fighting for his life in critical condition. Because see, in Philly, it wasn't just the people on the plane. It was people's homes affected. It's people that's injured, such as that 10-year-old Andre, who a piece of metal went in his head. It was a man in a restaurant who got hit by a piece of debris that was blocks away. Prayers to the 12-year-old girl on that plane in Philadelphia that was going to get her life fixed, only to get her life taken away. Prayers to those in Chicago. Prayers to those in Alaska that just lost their lives. Prayers to those who just made it off that train that just burnt up, that almost took hundreds of lives. Almost took hundreds of lives. They could be our loved one on there. So I want somebody to talk about it and bring awareness to something's not right. Something's going on. So we're going from planes, trains, next it'll be automobiles. Thank you, Stacks Max. Thank you. Hey, Watch of Crazy. Thank you. I dropped a link earlier. I hope y'all go subscribe to Watch of Crazy as well. Great content creator. Thank you so much for coming through. Watch of Crazy. But But I'm just touching on little stuff I've been seeing, you guys, not trying to go too deep, but wake up. It's just time for us to wake up. If we woke up today, we was blessed, but we was blessed to wake up and gain some knowledge today, not just go about our day like that's what it is. We need to switch up, and we need to start going to look at real news, take something from it, and just pay attention, really. Okay, so I got one more clip I want to play before I get up out of here. Thank you guys for joining me for Coffee and Conversation. Again, hit that like button. Please share me out. And when y'all share me out, can y'all put at Miss Parker? That way I can come and thank you for sharing me out. I always hit people back because it means a lot to me. So, my appreciation is to say thank you for sharing me out. But I don't know if you shared me out. I would have to go through each of y'all names and try to find out if you share me out. But when most people do, they put the @ sign and share us out. That way I can go and thank you. And y'all be mindful and start saying thank you. When somebody does something for you, it's always good to say thank you. If they open the door for you, thank you. If they grab a bag for you, lift a bag or anything, thank you. It goes a long way. We have been so displaced with being kind. It's crazy. Prayers to everyone and the people who lost their home in the California fire. Yes, let me get there. Prayers to those who have lost their home in California due to that terrible fire that are still enduring that fire. Definitely. Thank you, the Bryson family, for making a note of that. I appreciate you so much. And there's so much other stuff going on. In Detroit, they're being affected by ice storm, so we want to pray for them. Also, with their water system still being ugly up there. And definitely Detroit is a city of being lost. Hey, Miss Wish, happy Saturday to you. Good morning. We noticed that with the Nazir Harris case being so big in the world right now that the system is being let down, the police department, the school, the educational system, the CPS. It's just so much going on up there. The baby that they just found, that the mother, she did get arrested. I touched on that a little bit. She did get arrested in Georgia and stuff. So we want to pray for the whole city of Detroit to get better. And so many other cities that just haven't been talked about. You have to really go and do your research to find out what's really going on with a lot of these states and stuff like that. But right now, Detroit, we just keep hearing the worst kind of stuff come from up there. So I want to pray that they get better. They do better. It's a lot of missing people up there right now. There's a lot of missing people everywhere. I'm going to start touching on the missing people, the statistics and stuff like that. We have to protect our children. We have to protect our children. Watch if they're on the game system, pay attention. Screen it, who they're talking to, who they're interacting with, because these game systems are so high tech now. Cell phones, tablets, sitting down with your kids, not blasphemy. Don't be blasphemous with your children. Respect your children the way we want our kids to respect us, and have those conversations. That way they can feel comfortable and tell us things such as, this is happening, things that they're not comfortable with and stuff like that. We can't go off the handle, because my kids always tell me, Mom, we don't like talking to you because you're so dramatic. I be hyperventilating and everything. I'm like, where my paper bag and shit? I need a damn bag, and I got to get a damn bag, and I got to start breathing in the damn bag. And, so I had to learn how to just calm down, just bring it down and have real conversation. Prayers and protections and prayers for strength for covering the content you cover. Thank you, Miss Wish. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate you fulfilling us on important things we need to know and be aware of. Thank you, sis. You're welcome so much. You're welcome. Keep those lines of communications open with your kids. I get that too. Yes. Hey, Candy Cane. Happy Saturday to you, love. Thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you. Mine say he hates hearing me gripe. Girl, I had to come a long way. And also make your neighbor feel comfortable. When people come in here, say hello. Ain't nothing like saying hello. You know what I'm saying? To your neighbor. We just, everybody ain't got somebody. And that's why I be trying to go live when I can on certain mornings, because it just feel good to see that y'all still alive and y'all, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all okay, but if you woke up, you're okay. You know what I'm saying? And I want y'all to be comfortable to come in here if we are talking about something sensitive, to be able tell your stories and be okay and not be judged. I'm no judge. And I don't want nobody in here that's gonna judge y'all for what y'all going through. You know what I'm saying? If your hair's falling out, you know what's going on. Let us get some resources for that. You know what I'm saying? Go get screening for cancer. You know, if this is happening, go get this, go get that. You know, so and shout out to Dwayne Wade. Prayers up to Dwayne Wade. They found some cancerous cells, so he had to go get some stuff done with his kidneys. And I know what it's like to have breast cancer. That scar that y'all see right there, that is so from an infected when I had my chemo poured in, and staff was eating it up. So it's always so much education in having breast cancer, keeping your skin, using just some Dow soap, just plain soap, you know, nothing with scents and stuff like that. And it's so much education when it comes to our skin sensitivity and keeping our hands clean, just drinking water, you know, leaving sugars and stuff alone. And that's just without having cancer. It's just a lot of resources that need to be implemented and put out here by people that's going through that. But I did see a story about him and I just felt so bad, you know, and stuff. So yeah, you know, don't be ashamed of, if you do feel like, don't be scared to go get a checkup. For the men too, my father, when my mother passed away from breast cancer, he had prostate cancer, scared to go get checked, but he caught it in time. Now he has lung cancer from smoking. And when me and Shank Rock went to see him, he was like, oh, I knew if I had prostate cancer, I would eventually have something going on with my lungs because I've been smoking for so long. So he's kind of accepting it easy, but he is having surgery in March that he's super scared of, and we super scared because, you know, I need at least one parent to be around. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. So we want to practice resources and being healthy, things like that, just to keep our loved ones around, even ourselves and stuff. So I got some health issues that I got to go get rechecked. And do I want to be sick? No. But at the same time, I can use my platform to help somebody else that's going through it and say, don't be scared. It's okay to say we're not okay. It's okay to lose your hair. It's okay. Long as I'm living, I'm healthy, and I'm thriving, that's what matters. So that's just where I am today, you know, and I'm going to get through what I got going on, just like I'm going to get whoever's going through something. We're going to get through it together. It's going to be resources. It's going to be uplifting and all of that, you know. Now we also have to be aware of scammers and hackers online as well. Teach one, reach one. Yes, it's a lot of scamming going on, you guys. Definitely that. Hey, Pee Wee Leezy, good morning, my love. I hope you're feeling so much better. I hope you're feeling better. So y'all put some prayers in the chat, please, for the Bryson family, and also my girl Lalizi. She wasn't feeling well. My sister Jamie's in the chat. She wasn't feeling well, but yet y'all are here with me today. So y'all put some prayer hands up. And if y'all going through anything, I'm praying for your well-being. You know what I'm saying? So data breaches are happening quite often. I'm going to get into that real quick, Miss Wish. So I woke up the other day. Actually, I called Callie because I said, sister, are you getting like 1,000? Because I woke up to like, she said, well, women and men's exams yearly. Yes, go get those exams. But I woke up to like 12. And mind y'all, my Instagram is private. And it's never done this before. So like a couple weeks ago, I wake up to like 12 Instagram requests. And I'm like, what the? I said, Callie, you know, Callie said, dang, sister, I woke up to some too. I don't know them people. I ain't accepting nothing. So the next day, it's 10 more. The next day, 5 more. We're in 2 weeks ago. Now, the other day, China, the finest China says, Tasha, who is these people? And because I give y'all now, I tell y'all, I did accept some. And she said, who is these people? I said, China, I know. So I'm responding back to China. I said, China, I know. It's crazy. She's like, well, I see you following, so I'm you know, hesitant, but what's happening? I don't know these people. And I was like, I know it's crazy because I just told Callie that some people are requesting me like crazy. I've never got this many requests in my page is private. So sure enough, as I'm on the phone with China, I get a text. And not only did I get a text, the person said, hey, I'm sorry, Mr. Call, what did you need? And mind y'all, it's like 9, when China sends me that message, it's like 9 o'clock. So I'm texting China at like, I'm getting back to China at like 9:04. So then I get the text message at like 9:05 and they're telling me like, hey, I'm sorry I missed your call. What's going on? You know, who is this? And I'm like, I didn't call you. They're like, yes, you did. And I'm like, no, I didn't. But this is the third person in this week that called me, that texted me and say, who is this? And I'm like, well, who is this? How you texting me? That's like, well, you just called my phone. I said, no. So this number, he actually texted me. He said, can I show you something? I said, yeah. So he screenshots me. He screenshots where my phone has called his phone at 9:04. But I'm on the phone with China at that time. So my phone number did call his phone. So it is hackers and scammers. Be mindful of who you accept. And you know what I'm saying? If you don't know them, don't accept them. Even if you know them at this point, you can't accept everybody. But it's a lot of scamming going on, and they definitely okay. Yeah, so it's definitely a lot of scamming and stuff going on. It's definitely a lot of weird shit happening and stuff like that. And they definitely scam my number. They definitely hacked my number. They've been calling. People has been calling me left and right. It was a physically impaired person that called me and said my number kept calling them. And it's crazy to me. I don't even know who they are. And I'm just constantly apologizing and stuff like that. So yeah, let's just be mindful of that. I got one more story I want to cover because I seen it and I catch it on Instagram. And I just want y'all thoughts on this before we get out of here today with Coffee and Conversation. So, you know, we watch for years, you know, our shows come on, the reality shows and stuff. So, let's try a new fruit today. Yes, definitely try a new fruit. And then I'm going to cover some of that. Before we get out of here, things to take if you have a cold, if you got high blood pressure, just natural things. We got to stop feeding these, paying these pharmaceuticals for this poison that I put in our body, okay? So for years, you know, I always caught up with Ray Janae and them and their stories and Toya and stuff because I'm a Lil Wayne fan, always been into it. But, you know, Ray Janae and Toya started their own thing. They started their own journey. And along with their journey, you know, their mother dealt with addiction. So that's why I kind of really got into it for the lifestyle of the mother and stuff like that. And we know that they was all kind of separated. The mother had a lot of kids and things like that. And one thing I always felt like is that just because a family member comes up with some money or they got money, do we owe our family a piece of our fortune, a piece of our hard work? Or, you know, just because I mess with a millionaire, do I owe it to my sisters to give them a piece of what he's giving me? Why can't I just live my life and take care of my kids and, you know, everybody pay their own way? And boy, the brother just let loose. And when I say he let loose, he got the spilling the beans. And one thing about households, it's not that actual assault or nothing like that should be kept in the family, but what happens in the house stays in the house. And kind of once you come up out of there, always growing up, my mother would always say, don't talk out of this house. And it wasn't no sexual assault or anything going on. It was just family business was family business, correct? Lord, protect us, keep us healthy, and surround us with your peace. Amen. And Nika said, prayers up for each and everyone here. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Let's try a new fruit today. And we are. But I just want y'all to kind of hear what Toya's brother said. Y'all tell me what he think. And it's a longer rant. I just didn't catch that, get to find that one yet. But he went off. He went crazy. And he was saying how the mother doesn't have a house. And they're living in these $1 million homes and stuff like that. So y'all give me y'all thoughts and we'll close out with that.
Makes sense. $20,000 a month and your uncle do music and you done bought a man a $20,000 watch that you met to do 3 months in front of my face, lady. I walked in the front. That's your money. You do what you want to do. But I told you it wasn't for you. This nigga like red bones.
So let me stop. He's basically saying, I'm your uncle. I'm walking with you and shit. You done, Rachel, they done went and bought Armand a $20,000 watch, and he said she did it in front of me. And I was like, well, so what you mad for? Like, that's who she talked to. That's her dude. You know what I'm saying? She want to gift him. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like he got mad because she didn't get him a watch. She didn't do anything. Hey, Muffy, I'm glad you came in. If one of my mods, Shank Rock or somebody, Callie, if you watching, can y'all drop the Unfiltered Muffy's link? Muffy, I could not find you for nothing to drop your link. I had dropped so many links earlier and stuff, last night, and I was like, where is Muffy? I even went through my comments and everything to try to find you. Thanks for being so supportive of me and my channel. Thank you so much, and to all the content creators that share me out. If you ain't even a content creator and you share me out, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It doesn't take a team, it takes a village to grow, okay? And y'all have helped me grow over, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all. But yeah, Casey's mad. Casey's on fire. He's putting all their business out there. He's saying the most, and for years, if y'all go back and watch their show, the brothers have always felt like they should have been given. And even though he says he doesn't, I don't feel like that. I feel like he feels like they posted, hey, we entitled to some money. Thank you so much, Muffy. Thank you. And now that you're in here, I can go share your link for later on when I go live. But yes, I'm about to make some coffee and spark it up. Okay. Thank you, Nika. Look, Nika said she learned. Nika was like, I appreciate Nika so much. She said, Miss Parker, I didn't know how to drop links, but she's like, I figured it out, and yours was the first link I ever dropped, and I felt so good. And I just want to thank Nika. And also thanks to all my subscribers that send me channels to talk about, send me stories to talk about and stuff like that, because y'all inspired me to go start kind of doing my own thing, because I don't want y'all to be working, and stuff like that, working too hard. It's up to me if I really want the channel to go and do something different, revamp, to go and do research for myself too, so I appreciate y'all. Hey, Short Stack, I dropped your link earlier too, Short Stack. Remember, go back up at the top, you guys. Go back through here and subscribe to these channels. Support these content creators. Again, you don't have to go in the chat if it's madness, if it's something you just don't deal with, but just hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and move on. And it might be somebody out there that just captures you and is going through something you went through and can help you out, so I just want y'all to be mindful of where you go, but at the same time, we're planting meaningful seeds over here, okay? So my people, go subscribe to the channel and like it, and help them grow as well. Mouthpiece that I already subbed. And Mouthpiece is a content creator. And Mouthpiece, I'm sorry I missed it, but I do want to, if you don't mind coming by later, I do want to talk about you talking about the generational curses. When me talking about the Naziah Harris case and stuff, and it's we're seeing that in that family. And I want to hear what you had to say about generational curses. I would love to hear it, or I can go back and check out that live that you did. But y'all make sure y'all go follow Mouthpiece, to good content creator, upcoming content creator, and we want to make sure we support him so he can get the word out there. He speaks up for our young Black men and also coming together, something that we don't want to listen to, but we need to. I urge y'all to get in tune with our people. Get in tune with us. Get in tune with us. It's okay to get in tune with us and then go back to the fuck shit. Ain't nobody saying don't go listen to the fuck shit, because I do. But being in tune with us and people that is speaking about shit that's happening with our youth and shit that touches me, you know what I'm saying? As a mother, still learning. I'm still a mother that's learning. You know what I'm saying? I lost so much, missed so many important factors in my children's life. I'm still learning. And I own that to y'all and say, I'm still learning. I'm still learning. Thank you, Muffy. I appreciate that. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. For sure, I definitely want to elaborate on that also. Yeah, I really want to hear that. I do. No worries, Muffy. I just subscribed. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Miss Wish said, when you tell someone no, their character will be revealed. Oh, yeah, every time. Every time. And when people show you who they are, believe them. Because, see, when I open my channel, I don't want to open it with who I don't like, who I don't mess with anymore, who did me wrong and stuff like that. This 25-year was an awakening for accountability. To say I wasn't the best friend, best sister, best mother, best girlfriend. None of that last year. That's how I was starting my year. But after I took accountability on my end, I'm not, if a person forgive me, they do. If they don't, they don't. I gotta, it doesn't stop life for me fixing that on my end to become a better person, or maybe just staying out of the way, moving differently, different things I can do to become a better mother, better sister, better friend, better person in a relationship and stuff. I have to do some self-healing and all of that. And I heard people like Blendy Hill and Pee Wee hit my panel, and I lace that shit up. I bend over, I lace that shoe up, and I wear it, and I fix it within myself. I can't look out for y'all to help me fix me. I gotta fix me. So I change and I revamp and I switch lanes, and I want to talk about stuff that I see, stuff that, you know what I'm saying, that might affect us as a whole or affect some, and that's it. But when you see people wake up because you said no, you move different, my picture I ain't going along, I don't want to buy your picture, you see. I appreciate the support and love. You're welcome. And y'all make sure y'all go follow my girl Short Stack. I also dropped her link. I dropped Miss Callie Kitchen's link earlier. So y'all make sure y'all go sub up, support. If you're not there to plant meaningful seeds, you know what I'm saying? Don't put my name, don't attach my name to it when you go. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go over there, you start getting into the mess, that's y'all. You know, I can't tell nobody how to move and act on this app, but don't associate me with it. Just hit the like, but I'm just saying go support. Hey, Callie, sister.
Hey, sister.
She said I was talking about the uncle because he was jealous and envious of raising it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me get into it real quick, Callie. Let me show y'all. Let y'all listen to Casey go off. He said, I'm definitely going to subscribe, Queen Short Stack. Thank you.
Makes sense. $20,000 a month, and your uncle do music, and you done bought a man a $20,000 watch that you meant to do 3 months in front of my face, baby. I walk with you in the foot. That's your money. You do what you want to do. But I told you, nigga wasn't for you. This nigga like red bones. Me and Rudy been having all the hoes, gang. We know when a nigga sweet. We know when a nigga ain't for you. I'm your uncle. I'm in the streets. Y'all green. What part you don't understand? Y'all are green, gang. The same people that's around y'all breaking in y'all house. Your house been broken 4 fucking times. 4 times. 2 of the times I was 3 of the times I was incarcerated. Well, 2 of the times I was incarcerated. I don't care if they don't forgive me, gang. My brothers forgive me.
From what y'all just heard, hey, Yana, thank you. Callie, I'm ready to go find the whole clip because he said more than that, but how you feeling about him? He said, your uncle do music, but you went and bought a nigga that don't even like you. I told you he like Redbone, so I just feel like they feel like you're not saying it, but in other words, you feel entitled to
right.
And y'all been jealous. Y'all telling Toya and Ray Janae who not to be around, but sometimes just because you family don't mean, you know what I'm saying? Just because blood runs through y'all veins don't mean I have to associate with family. Y'all get what I'm saying? Yep. And I'm there. Okay, you was talking to Godmama.
So that's the uncle that was just talking.
Yeah, I'm right by the rest. And then he also said he was also he also said that they don't take care of here we go. I found the whole thing.
I wanted to give you this for Christmas.
He was saying the most, y'all. He went off. Hey, London. Y'all also make sure y'all go subscribe to London and stuff. And justice for her cousin Felita. They kind of going through, her family is kind of going through a lot, what a lot of other young ladies are going through. No justice, being unalived and it being video camera of a lot of stuff going on at the time her life was taken so soon and unfortunately. So I want to say justice for her cousin Felita, and I hope she finally gets the justice that she deserves.
Yes, and prayers to your family, London.
Yeah, so y'all keep London and her family in prayer because it never gets easy, regardless what people say or regardless how time goes by. That is still stuck there. Let me find this clip for y'all. Sorry, y'all, but I just got to find it. I don't want to use Toot's content. But Toot talked about it. Toot, I don't want to take from Toot. I don't. I'm gonna see if this one. Y'all hit that like button for me. Let me see. If this is gonna play.
Y'all are green, gang. The same people that's around y'all breaking in y'all house.
Thank you.
Your house been broken 4 fucking times. 4 times. 2 of the times I was 3 of the times I was incarcerated. Well, 2 of the times I was incarcerated. I don't care if they don't forgive me, gang. My brothers forgive me. Fuck you talking about? I don't worship people. Don't care if my family don't forgive me. That's all on them if they let the devil fuck with them. I'm telling the truth. What you saying? I'm telling the truth. I'm saying what's real. Fuck the media. Fuck that. We got one life to live. I'm telling the truth. I'm not counting nobody's pockets. I'm not envying nobody.
He said he's not counting nobody's pockets. He said he ain't envying nobody. But do y'all leave a comment? Tell me down in the chat. Do y'all feel like Ray, Janae, and Toya owe the brothers anything? And is it at this point where we've seen them for years call out, talk out of their homes, and tell business, even on the reality show, when they was trying to get them to come together, it was always the brothers, like, because the mother didn't, they didn't get to live how Toya and hashtag justice for Felita. Also put hashtag Ayanna Sawyer, another young lady that wasn't, she was given justice, but her body wasn't found. So I feel like until the predator and the monster told them where that baby was, she wasn't served fully. Naziah Harris, justice for those around the world that are pouring love into her. So justice for her as well. Justice for Rika Roundtree, who was unalived by her stepmother, while her father watched. So justice for all these young ladies and those that are going through it around the world right now. So if y'all don't mind, protect our kids. Hashtag protect our kids. Everywhere you go, remember, protect our kids, so keep
Absolutely.
that in mind. Thank you, Kelly. But do y'all feel like Toya and Ray Janae should give them a piece of change? Do they, because he's great to say a lot, even about the mother's well-being, her living arrangement. How do y'all feel? Do y'all feel like they owe them anything? Yes.
No, because the same thing Toya and Reginae did, they could have did. Nobody owes nobody nothing. That's something, a mindset I had to teach myself, because I used to think the same way as the uncle is sitting up there thinking. So no, they don't.
And do y'all think that they should cut them off at this point with with putting out the business and talking down on the way, you can't love me but talk down on me at the same time? It just doesn't add up. Sometimes a jealous family member is more dangerous than a hateful enemy.
Absolutely.
And Melody said, "Now Ray Janae and Toya don't owe them nothing. They men, they better get it how they supposed to. You can't be codependent on your sister and niece. That's childish." London said they don't owe them anything. Let's get into what he finna say.
Never did. Never. I definitely got a story to tell, because I know everything. Walt don't know nothing. Walt was in jail. I know everything. Me. That's everything. When I tell you everything. But that ain't for me to expose to the world. You see what I'm saying? You're right. She can spend her money how she want to spend her money. I don't count people's pockets. I'm just telling you what's real, baby. But
if you have a 700 plus,
but ain't he counting her pockets? You know what I'm saying? Ain't he like kind of counting their pockets?
Pretty much. That's exactly what he's doing.
They gave them what they needed, a spotlight. They should have taken. Absolutely. They should have taken that and ran with it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Once they gave them that show and Toya and them allowed them to come after, because y'all got to remember, in the past, they have said other harsh things. And then when you say, I know everything, you already putting speculation out to want people to want to know more. So I
And the
feel
way
like
you said it, yeah, it's like you trying to let it be known you got some dirt or something to put out there. Yeah, yep, out of line.
Weezy, Toya, Reggie, all the sorts of other people that we know. Fuck, nobody ain't called Casey yet. And like, hold on, let's check up on Casey and see if he okay. Let me see if he need a PR or something instead of saying, oh, he's entitled. Bitch, I can't do everything by myself. I'm a 6-time felony. Bitch, I dropped out the 5th grade. Everything that I do.
Let's stop right there. Did Toya and Reginae tell him to go commit crimes and be a 6-time felon? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So he is saying they feel like they're entitled. You do. That's how I'm taking it. He said, see how thirsty he sounds? It's real to you because you counting and speaking on their pockets. Come on, brother. Absolutely. Yes, definitely counting their pockets in. Nika said, one family member can't carry the whole family. What happens if she go broke? Who will help her? Toya said, London said, it's his fault. Exactly. She said, look how many hairstylists got popular just for standing in the background. Man, all of that. All of that, Yana. Come on.
Right now, it's tight done it. When y'all look on my page and see my content, y'all see my videos edited up. I edit my videos. I put my own content out. I do my own shows. I book this. I do this. I reach out to people. People reach out. I do that. Nobody done nothing for me. Nothing. You think my family would have came and been like, stop saying that, bitch. I'm not saying Wayne my family. I don't give a fuck about no money with Wayne got, no fame, no none of that. Stop saying I got a big and I look real good. I don't give a fuck about that shit. That fame shit is over with. Stop saying Wayne money is. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Stop saying that. I got a big. I look real good, baby. I've been fucking.
Drop that other one. Okay.
I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care about another nigga legacy and money. I don't praise nobody. I don't have an idol. I know Proverbs. I don't have an idol. Fuck is you talking about? Your grandma on her own, and I don't give a fuck how much crack my mama smoke. Watch when I get that ticket.
So he's blaming Toya for the mother not progressing. But Toya's gave her that outlet too. My kids don't owe me nothing because I decided to go do drugs. My kids don't owe me. Then Toya's tried, and I got to give it to the girl. She has. It's hard it's hard for the children to come back in. When we miss the most important pieces of their life, like I was saying before, because I wanted to go do drugs and let my kids be heard there, everywhere. That's not their fault. They have the right to go live their life and better themselves. They don't owe me anything. How you feel, Callie?
I absolutely agree. 100% agree.
He said now he hating on Wayne now. Ben, y'all got to go back. Thank you so much, Will Illy. You guys, I do have a goal of 5 today. If you don't mind helping me reach the other 4, it would be great. And it's only $2.99, a tier of $2.99 or higher. I never go higher. I never go to any other link, but it's just $2.99 for a super sticker, super chat. Also, switch lanes with me by joining the Switching Lanes membership. It'd be grateful for the channel and also for me to keep coming and delivering how I'm delivering. But yeah, Casey was saying like the most. Casey was saying the most, and Walt has said some stuff, and I won't even play some stuff that Walt said, but yeah, he's definitely blaming Wayne. And I don't give a fuck about Wayne, but Wayne ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And Will, I dropped your link earlier. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Will Illy. I dropped his link earlier. Again, go up to the top and subscribe to those that I did drop. A Mouthpiece and the Unfiltered Muffy. I will be dropping y'all links later, and Stack Max. But yeah, he's going out. But yeah, he's definitely blaming Wayne.
That fucking house, that big ass house. I bet Cedar got hers going. Wayne bought his mama house. Reggie, why you ain't buy your grandma's house? Toya, why you ain't buy your mama house? Cause
he said Wayne bought his mama house. I bet she got a house. Reginae, why you didn't buy your grandma house? Toya, why you didn't buy your mama house? How y'all feel right there about that? Do y'all feel like Toya should have bought her mother a home, or Reginae should have bought the grandmother a home?
house right now, man. I'm exposing y'all. Fuck is you talking about? It's over with. Ball game. I told y'all. Y'all ain't gonna fuck with me. Y'all know I love y'all to death, and y'all steady
Yes,
trying to play on me
London.
like I'm crazy. And got all these fake ass people around y'all breaking in y'all house, talking behind y'all back, using y'all up, getting on. Well, y'all done. Y'all cook. Y'all cook. And you know one thing, I go to work. I don't give a fuck. I got a lawsuit on the way. I don't care. Even if the lawsuit don't come, bitch, I go to work and work. And don't give a fuck what nobody say. Oh, that check coming. That check.
But if you're gonna go to work, then what we doing? What we doing? London said he sound like a hater, definitely. And he said, I got a lawsuit coming in. And even if it don't, I'll go work. He said, I'm gonna go get Nita a house. Well, why y'all haven't got her a home? Why he ain't got it? Why he ain't bought a house either? Exactly. Exactly.
Fuck you say. Yeah, I got a forklift license, driver license, bitch, all that. That shit coming. I ain't gonna wait for nobody. I don't give a fuck what they say. She be driving the phone. Who told you, brother, on the show? I don't give a fuck. Bitch, I've been getting money. I don't care about no money. That shit ain't gonna be here. I've been driving the farmers. I know about all that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Fuck is you saying? I don't care about none of that. I'm used to.
Well, if he don't care about none of it, what we doing? If he don't care about none of that, what we doing? I dropped the link again. If anybody wants to hit the panel, y'all free to before we get up out of here. Let me see what Callie's saying. Okay, okay. Sister got some stuff she's taking care of. Thank you, sister, for hitting the link and giving your input.
All that. The fame, I don't care about that. So, what the fuck you saying? Huh? Stop it, man. My mom ain't even got a house. Fuck.
Miss Wish said he's playing victim to the circumstances that he's creating. He said his mama don't even got a house.
What you saying? What you talking about on my show? $20,000 a month. But that's your grandma, though. Come on, man. Look at her entitlement. Get your stupid ass off the phone. You talking about entitlement. Bitch, the show about me. You talking about entitlement. Get your stupid dumb ass off the phone. Let me remove her. Dumb asshole. Fuck off my line. Stupid. Talking about entitlement. Bitch, I'm in my own house right now with my girl. Bitch, where I pay bills at. Who entitled? Who? Bitch, I've been out Toya in them house when I came home. What you talking about? I had a whole 5-bedroom in Geneva. Bitch, I put her in the car, the rest of the kids in the car, made sure she get to work, everything. I've been helping people, baby. I've been that nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Y'all gotta get like me. I got receipts, baby. Fuck is you saying? I've been that nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Get your facts right. Been that nigga. Fuck you talking about? I'm just speaking the truth. You right. Fuck you talking about? Fuck you talking about? They ain't rich. They ain't gonna never get rich. Because they going against their family. That's why. They ain't gonna never be rich. A real spiritualist. Fuck no, Nita ain't got no house. Fuck no. Fuck no. Nita ain't got no house. And that's on Nita too, because Nita played too many fucking games. Nita played too many fucking games.
This is his mother he's talking about. He said the mama played too many effing games. That's her fault. Saying that she continued to go around her daughter and her granddaughter, loving on them. She deserves so much more because she's being a mother. I thought that was natural. Like I said, jealous and envious family member is more dangerous than a hateful enemy. You better know it, Wish.
Nita played too many fucking games. That's what it is. I'm tired of this shit now. I ain't playing with y'all no more. You see that now? You usually be happy and happy. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm definitely gonna buy a house. The fuck is you talking about? I don't care if they never mess with me again. Ever. Because y'all done that. You did it to yourselves. I ain't do shit. Family argue, baby. I'm not about to keep letting my niece talk to me like I'm a fucking child. Because she got money? Oh, because she take care of you, Toya. Oh. Oh, because you could get money from her. Oh, so she could talk to her uncle any kind of way. And I'm supposed to just accept that.
London said Nita has been responsible with her life. Why would Toya and Ray Janae be required to better her life when she doesn't do it for herself? He is miserable and hating on his sister's wealth. Absolutely, London. Absolutely. I agree. Nita grown.
Somebody that I raised. I don't give a fuck what you say. I raised him. Fuck is you saying? Y'all got me fucked up. Y'all got me fucked up, man. Y'all ain't about to play on me like that. And I don't give a fuck what none of y'all saying. Ned's a child to me. That's my little niece. I love my little niece to death. To death. And I'm still not gonna let nobody play with my little niece. Fuck is you talking about? I'm still in that water 100 behind her and Toya. Fuck is you saying? But I'm not gonna let my little niece disrespect me because she got money, baby. Pipe it down. Pipe it down. Pipe it down, son.
But don't he gotta respect Ray Janae? At the same time, you my uncle, but you going against my mother. You talking down on me and my mother, and I'm supposed to respect you because you grown. That ain't how it works.
I'm not your friends. I'm not your groupies. I'm not none of them people. Pipe it down. Y'all pay attention, man. Fuck wrong with you? You don't talk to your fucking uncle like that. You respect your uncle. I ain't disrespecting my little niece. I don't never disrespect. When y'all see that episode I went off on Nate, that was real. Because she disrespected me. And that wasn't even supposed to be on the show. They got that shit off the doorbell. Yeah. Toya done put that shit on the show. We TV. Yeah, they put that on the show. Fuck is you talking about? That wasn't even supposed to be on the show. Fuck.
So he's saying because they caught them being disrespectful, acting irate, you crashing out, it wasn't supposed to be on the show. Why not? The world, we there to see that, correct? He is definitely bitter and disrespecting himself as a man. I agree. But you acting entitled, though. Pipe it down. Absolutely.
I ain't gonna hit my little niece or nothing like that, but Regina is too disrespectful, bro. She too arrogant. I think she probably getting a little better, but I don't know. But Nene is too arrogant, bro. And I love my little niece to death. Me and Regina is the same a little. I'm not arrogant like that, but Regina is a little arrogant, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. She's disrespectful to her uncle. She do not respect me at all. She look at me like a child. That's how I told
Right,
her.
Will.
Raised her like that.
About men like you, no matter what we do or how many times we do it, it's never gonna be enough. It's nothing that nobody gonna ever do in your life that's gonna ever be good enough for you. I've been supporting you.
You know what I'm saying? That's Virgin. They been getting me put out the houses. First plain smoking, Toya sending me back to New Orleans for Regina.
Yeah, that'd be like my sisters. Y'all disrespect my kids in any kind of way, shape, or form, and we helping y'all when we don't have to. Yeah, you coming to fuck from around me. I don't know what he thought. He said, yes, facts, that's real. Right, Will. Regina is grown, and he has to respect her as an adult. Right.
When Regina was a youngster, Regina always got me put out the house. For real. Just don't know I'm smarter than all of them. I'm more street smarter than all of them. They don't even know what they got around them. They got ops around there and don't even know. Y'all dumb. How the fuck you gonna be smarter than a nigga that been around all the conniving people in the world? I've been around all the scandalous people, all the killers, all the rats, all the snakes, all the conniving motherfuckers. So I know game when I see game, man. Fuck is you talking about? I've been through this shit. Money change family. They start thinking they better than you. Definitely. That's what it is. A shame of her fucking family. Toya been a shame of.
And another thing I want to say to people, if I move up in the world and I progress and I better myself, who is y'all or anybody in the world to tell me I can't feel good about that? I can't praise myself for my accomplishments.
Family since she came out, man. Y'all wanna know the real? I know my sister like a book. Like a book, that's my fucking left. Me and her twins, for real, for real. My sister been ashamed of her fucking family and her situation when she ain't even had to be. Your fucking brother's supposed to give the whole fucking time.
The Bryson family, you have a blessed day as well. Thank you for coming through, okay? I appreciate each and every one of y'all, okay?
Fuck is wrong with you? Fuck wrong with y'all? Now y'all got the world thinking I'm entitled and all that shit, like I'm worrying about Toya and Reginald and Wayne and them success. Now y'all got the world thinking I'm hating on y'all success. Don't put my face next to Walter's face, baby, because this is a different fucking face. I don't hate on no fucking body at all. Don't have to, but never will. Never will. Me and Toya ain't talking much. You know what? If Toya invite me to I could come to my sister, still smile, still laugh, still look up, dead in the eye, just like I just left Ballhouse. I can look y'all in the eyes. Y'all can't look me in the eyes, Walter. You can't look me in the eyes, gang. Because you know why? You're not right all the way. They're not right all the way. It's not Casey, it's them. Never, because she always been ashamed of her family. She always been ashamed of her family. Her mama been on drugs. Her brothers and them in the hood ain't got shit. She was ashamed of her life. So she finally get all with the celebrity. Got all her friends and they make her feel good. You know how the industry is. And now that's your family. Jay, I tried, bro. I text my sister today. I called my sister today. My mama going over there and fix gumbo, you heard me? I texted today and I tried to, fix the solution today. Know what she told Clarence? I can't do Casey right now. I can't do Casey right now. How you can't do me, gang, right now? What did I do for you to not do me right now? But y'all got a whole show out right now that's painting the narrative. Casey's fucking entitled.
How y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about him feeling like, oh, well, and he even said he wanted to go and see her, and she said, not right now. That's okay. Y'all going live for live, and y'all putting family business out there, and y'all talking about their money and their movement. And when you get money, you got to move different. You got to carry yourself a different type of way, especially when you are on camera, when you got businesses. That's just without money. You have to carry yourself a different type of way. When you own businesses and you are promoting and things, you can't be doing all the ratchet, the ghetto, and the going back and forth. That's not good for business. They don't have to act hood. They don't have to act street. How y'all feeling? Mouthpiece said, now hold up, bro. People in Louisiana don't play about their children. Shit, black people, period, don't play. You sound mad. Why shouldn't they be proud? Show them you and let them know you solid. I can't see it. And let's get into the brother Walt.
World, all this shit, and you thinking I got my hand out to her. It's my story, telling our story. It started with me.
This is Walt.
It started with me. You can't skip no line. I'm paying attention to what's happening. I ain't getting no visits. I ain't getting no money. I ain't getting none of that from y'all. So stop putting it like I'm coming out here with my hand out. I ain't using nobody up out here. I'm not scamming, finessing people. I understand if you're giving me advice, you love me. You know, the belief in me goes far beyond belief. It extends to some type of faith. Because you can't tell somebody that they believe you. They believe in you.
Mouthpiece said, because she know he is draining all that evidence and bitter shit, it destroys your happiness. Absolutely. But this is the brother Walt. That was Casey earlier, and this is Walt.
But the actions don't contribute to none of that type of belief. It don't go further than word. Oh, I believe in you. Oh, that's nice, Walt. That's nice, Walt. Man, but you see me been working my ass off to build this. Now I got this bit built. And all you're going to tell me is, that's nice. But you want me to go, oh, all right, go get a job, Walt. I'm a 3-time felon independent, bro. Corporate America isn't hiring me.
We have another felon that's blaming them for him being a felon. She said, London said, unstable, envious, entitled, crybaby ass little boy shaking my head. Absolutely.
Expecting a handout. None of your
you some shit that happened when it was 15. It's that book was dropped 2017. I dropped that book. I told my story. I wasn't home to do book signings and engagements with people and to talk about my story. So now that I'm home, mad at me for wanting to tell you about something that I wrote in a book that you helped endorse? Gotta be kidding me. You're not gonna win with me. I'm letting you know now you're not gonna win with me. You play with me, I'm letting you know I'm gonna come for all y'all. Wayne, Toya, I'll come for all y'all.
Are they a little violent? You know what I'm saying? I don't even think as my brother, I just gotta be honest. Y'all can't come around me with that energy, because the way they going off in their demeanor and their posture, it's like almost like y'all might hurt me. I can't say they will, but I'm just saying that this energy, I can't.
I'm gonna come for everybody because don't play with
Okay,
me, bro.
Calvin says.
I'm real. When you ain't have nobody, when my mama wanted to, when the family wanted to have Ocean on Regine, and ain't nobody could have did nothing to stop it, Walter stopped it. My mama was upstate. Memphis wasn't hitting Toya. Red ain't hitting Toya. They ain't disrespecting her. Red ain't disrespecting no Toya. Memphis wasn't disrespecting no Toya.
Passed on my birthday. You know what I'm saying? Check out the irony in that. You know, and I forgave him. And with all that, man, you know, being able to see my nieces, you know, Rudy little girl, JC, you know what I'm saying, Josh little girl, his sons, Z and Zelmaya and Xavier, you know what I'm saying, you know, reuniting with my daughter Patience, you know what I'm saying, meeting Rain and seeing how this little girl loved me so much and loved being around me, you know what I'm saying. You know, being back with my mom, spending time with my sister Beatty, my sister Toya. You know what I'm saying? For me and Casey to actually be free out here right now, it was just in prison. All that stuff I've been through, bro, none of that's outdoing the love God's been showing me. Whether good or bad that happened in my life, man, like, I know that there's a God. Like, I don't got to get all philosophical. I don't care about being able to recite the Quran or thinking they could change the doctrine and coming up with their own words and philosophies and all. Man, I don't care about none of that. Listen, God is real, homie. There's an intelligence that's far beyond ours. I didn't put that sun there. I didn't create that moon. No matter how much I could think that, you know, I'm a special being, that I'm a magnificent and beautiful person. Like, I got to understand and acknowledge where I get it from. You know, I would tell y'all Nita, but then it's going to keep going on and on where she got it from. So I understand that God is the author and creator of all. You know what I'm saying? I just want y'all to know, bro, that when you feel that you down, things ain't going your way.
Texas was waiting.
How y'all feeling about the brother speaking out against him? And now he's coming to, Walt said he's coming to term with God.
You're working on and you can't seem to get it right. You can't seem to bring it into fruition. You got to rely and lean on God. And when I say lean on him, do your best, man, to understand his ways. You feel what I'm saying? To read his word, man. To listen to people. When you see people talking about God, listen to that person, man. Give an ear to that person. Don't walk off, because you don't know who you could be walking away from. If Christ was the personification and example that God put himself down here in the flesh, what makes you think God can't do it again? You feel what I'm saying? And that's the realest thing that I could tell you, bro. You know, I was a knucklehead many years of my life. You know what I'm saying? And it took me to lose so much to fully understand who God really is. You know what I'm saying? With all I've been through, bro, man, I'm so happy right now, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, bro. I feel so good.
Who? Toya and Ray Janae. And not only that, we don't know how bad y'all be when the cameras is off. When my brother gets success, I'm happy for him and we celebrate. I don't put my hands out and expect him to give me a piece. Man, That's how I feel, Mouthpiece. I think everybody should be celebrated when success comes their way, you know. Thank y'all so much. We've talked about so much the plane crashes, man. If y'all got to travel anywhere, be safe. Go read those stories about the plane crashes. Those on the Alaska plane that disappeared. They're all passengers are deceased. Philadelphia, all passengers are deceased. DC, all passengers are deceased. Prayers to those families. The plane in Texas, the passengers got off safe. Thank God, by the grace of God. They did. It was a plane to leave out to go to Hawaii. The day after the Philadelphia crash, and the pilot said he's not flying anything unworthy in the air. So salute to that pilot for saving the life of himself and the other passengers. We also talked about President Trump trying to take the DEI. Pay attention to that. It's so important and intricate in our lives right now in the workspace. Also with the Republican representatives are talking about our children working for their lunch, not being given. They should be working. Lunch should be removed, and they should go out and get jobs. He said he understands the elementary and middle school kids, but the high school kids should not be sponging off the government. So we definitely discussed that today as well. We talked about Mama D and how she said, who's gonna build the homes? Who's gonna go out there and pick the fruit and vegetables out the garden? Who's doing all of that? You know what I'm saying? Who's doing this and that? So, you know, hey, they doing a lot of eye openers with a lot of stuff that's gonna be going on and happening this year. That does make sense. Stuff that don't make sense to others makes sense to me. Hey, DJ, hey, bruh, salute. Man, thank y'all so much for pulling up with Coffee and Conversation with me today. Thank y'all for going subscribe to those channels for the links I drop. Also, remember, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. And also, take this with you. If in life, if you want to grow and be successful, you got to have people around you that are planting meaningful seeds, not weeds. And you got to know the difference. Thank y'all so much again for pulling up with me and just conversating and just supporting. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Again, if you share the video, put the @ and then Miss Parker. That way I can come and thank you. Thank yous go a long way again. Black History Month. It is Black History Month. Happy Black History Month. I played a clip of some stuff in history. Every day should be Black History Month, especially for us. They are taking our history away, erasing us off the map. Anything that we've done for our ancestors, anything we look, y'all, I'm so lost in translation right now. All the things that we've ever made and inventoried in, they try to take it away from us, and we can't let them. They can erase our history, but we need to implement it in our home and let our children know our first president was a Black man, and stuff like that. All the pain and the hardship that we endured, and not to be so judgmental. Only person can judge is God. Being mindful of what we say and how we say it, it goes a long way. Thank you. Go ahead, get mad. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But yeah, justice for London's cousin Felita, justice for Naziah Harris, justice for Ayanna Sawyer, justice for Rika Roundtree, justice for my girl, Shanquilla Robinson. I'm going to take us out with my clip for her birthday party. Man, again, thank y'all so much. I do this. This is what I do. I'm going to always fight for justice for these other people. and I'm going to continue to fight. But it takes a village. Again, it takes a village to do this work. It takes a village to help these families. It's going to take a village to help our communities and get better, and so much more. It's going to take letters. It's going to take us to make signs. It's going to take us to use our voice and our feet. Also, with these content creators, it's the same way. It's going to take us to help everybody grow, to help everybody be productive. This is when we start coming together. This is how we start coming together. We might not know each other physically, but we see each other in chats and everything else. We don't want to support those that want to push a positive message, such as Mouthpiece talking about generational curses that we are doing stories on right now. The Naziah Harris is a true definition of generational curses, and how do we stop them? How do we break them? When does it stop? So y'all go check him out. Let me know if I need to throw some online parties. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all go pull up for DJ Blackout. He definitely DJs and stuff like that for a small fee and stuff like that. They're bangers. They did T Topic's birthday party and it was lit. When I say lit, that's supporting a Black-owned business. Right there. My girl Jelly Bean with her Black Proverbs sweatshirts and hoodies and t-shirts, and she also makes custom stuff, however you want it. So y'all go support her. Shank Rock, he has merchandise too. He has $1 Million Thing merchandise. He has Rock Squad merchandise. So, we want to support those businesses. They don't have to have a building for us to support. They don't have to have a big, be on the block and have vendors and stuff like that. It's all about supporting. My sister Jamie, she's great to start her own business. I want to support that as well. Amazingly Beautiful, she's starting her glass business. Miss Erica Fragrance, she has candles and things. So we just want to support because they're trying to take us, making Black people to stop support. They're trying to stop support with our Black businesses altogether. So it's time to be united and do something different, move different, talk different. A lot of stuff. Change comes from within. And that's what it's about over here. That's what I'm trying to do, not just for y'all, but for people that don't even come in here. I try to support and uplift. And if I can't do that for y'all, ain't nothing wrong with removing yourself away from me. You get what I'm saying? And also, I'm going to start our book club back because I do got to start back to work. My vacation is up due to the medical reasons and stuff. So my vacation is super up. After next week, I'm going back to work, and I don't know how it's going to go over here with my mornings and my nights, my night lives, but I definitely want to get my book club back started next week. I'm going to talk about Naziah Harris. We're going to play some stuff, and we're going to break it down, and then we're going to continue to throw up Protect Our Kids, hashtag Protect Our Kids, hashtag Justice for this young lady. Also, in your community, for things you see like this, the CPS and stuff, speak out. Speak out. Speak out. It's time for us to speak out. It's time for us to say, we're not okay. We are not okay. But DJ, I'm definitely going to use you. And I need to see more Black history stuff, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm so into knowing, and I'm okay with taking accountability to say, I don't really know our history. I don't. I have been brainwashed to believe certain things. I've allowed myself to be brainwashed. Let me say, they didn't brainwash me. I allowed myself to be brainwashed. I allowed myself to be in places taking in shit that I shouldn't gain knowledge in, away from shit I should be knowledgeable in. So I touched on a lot of things. Just do a replay, and everybody go out and enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. Get them weeds out of y'all garden. Protect your garden by any means necessary and at all costs. Thank you guys so much for pulling up with Switching Lanes with Miss Parker.